recognisable names. Former Oldham and Bradford City midfielder Lee Duxbury's in charge of the reserve team. 3 trialists on show for them tonight: Robert McGrady, Henry Stephen and Ben Stevens. Their side looks like this. It's Shane Routledge in goal, Carl Winchester at right back, we think Rob McGrady at left back, Matt D. Carr and James Tarkowski in the centre of defence. Then in midfield, Ryan Burns, Mehdi Abilibi, Henry Stephen and Lewis Alexander. Alexander is a first team player, made his debut 4 years ago for Oldham. Kurt Miller alongside Ben Stevens. On the bench, Greg Kidd, Dale Connor the reserve keeper, Matt A. Carr, Jack Laird and Sam Fitzgerald. Burnley's last win at this level was here against Tranmere in December. Hoskins' side desperate to get back to winning range. Just to recap again then, Chris McCann on the bench will play some part in the game as the game progresses. Oldham to get us underway, attacking right to left. The referee, Mr. Harwood, just about ready, and we are underway live at Turf Moor. Burnley reserves against Oldham reserves, and immediately the Latics trying to get on the attack down this left hand side with Alexandra, but first to it is Dean Overson. Lets it run out of play for a throw for the Clarets. Burnley defending the Jimmy Mack end. And a throw here from Overson. Header won at the back by Stevens. Nice little turn from Ben Stevens, but that'll break out of play for an Oldham throw. Rob McGrady just about to take it near the halfway line for Oldham. They're in traditional blue and white, Burnley in traditional claret and blue. Long throw forwards towards the forward line. Ben Stevens can't win that header. Might just break in the middle of the park here for Oldham. Burnley have done well though, just ahead of Abelimbi. Win the ball back down this right hand side with Overson. Ball trying to get it down the line, but that'll run out of play. It will be a Burnley throw. Dave Roberts alongside me. Critical the lads get back to winning ways after a little bit of a bad run. Yeah, certainly. I think from point of view of the reserves, and it's such a good start to the season, then a little bit of a hiccup the last 2 or 3 games, so it'll be a real boost, and if they can get a good result here today with the remaining games that are left, with quite a lot of home games left as well, I might add. Yeah, it's going to be a free kick for the visitors. Their keeper Shane Routledge out to take it. Just outside the box. He'll launch this long footer. The forward line is Ben Stevens and Kirk Miller. Miller's a Northern Ireland under-21 international. Has been in and around the first team. Header one at the back though by Kirierski. Lynch across to win the next turn. That's a good header. But he can't win the loose ball with Wes Fletcher. Just caught him there. I think it was a free kick here. It's Lewis Ray Beadle's just caught his man as the defender tried to clear inside the centre circle. Referee just pulls that up. Just trying to block the clearance, I think, Beadle. And that'll be a free kick for Oldham. Ball forward again, looking for their front line of Stevens and Miller. Alan Bimby will not win that. He will in the end, though. He's come away with it nicely, the former Derby player. Burnley back in possession with Michael King. Nice touch to get it down that left-hand side. Burnley on the counter-attack with Curtis Woods, trying to put a ball into the box. Easy one, though, for the keeper. Routledge to win. But a great little touch from Michael King. Yeah, good move down the left-hand side, and just the final ball let Burnley down there. There was no one in the box to get on the end of that. Oldham trying to build from the back. It's with Abelimbi again, and he's just knocked that out of play. Trying to find the right back, Carl Winchester, but it'll be a Clarets throw just inside the Oldham half. King just touches it back to Woods. Burnley will have to turn back on themselves here. It's with Kirierski. Ball forward from him. Not his best, and that'll run out of play on the far side for an Oldham throw. Fantastic start for the Clarets in this league. They won 6-0 at Oldham in their first game. 2 that day for Wes Fletcher, so he'll want more of the same this evening. It's with right back Carl Winchester, another Northern Ireland under-21 international. So got a little bit of experience in the side. The Latics. Header one though, and won well by Curtis Woods. Heads it out of play. Throw again to Oldham, halfway inside their own half, down the right-hand side, with right back Carl Winchester. Just throws it inside. Finds his man. Opportunity for Stephen just to get it back to the keeper. Clearance from Routledge. Header one in the end well by Dean Everson, but 2 defenders got in each other's way. Kirierski was coming across for the same ball, but clearance here from Lynch into the Bob Lord stand, and that'll be a throw to Oldham. Down that right-hand side, again with Winchester. Looks to get it back here, but can't win the ball. It's a poor pass back from Ryan Burns, and Burnley have got themselves some possession. Down again looking for Woods, but nicked it back here through Kirk Miller. Oldham looking to feed Ben Stevens, but that's a good clearance from the Clarets. Another throw for Oldham. It's a sloppy start, I'm afraid, to the game in a way, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. There's not been too many clear-cut chances early on, because there's players out there who really want to get some fitness back, and also be pushing for perhaps a call into the first-team squad. You know, the likes of Michael King and Wes Fletcher. Perhaps the season goes on, it'd be useful for the manager to have some attacking options on the bench in addition to what he's had already.
Dominic Knowles was at Ashton Gate, wasn't in the 18, but was there. Chance here for Fletcher to just link well with Knowles. Ball down this right-hand side, opportunity for Wilson, clips into the middle, header just on target and turned away. It's a good header from Michael King, and the keeper did well, just moving to his left-hand side. It was a good save in the end from Routledge. Good effort from Michael King. Yeah,
it looked like he'd wrong-footed the goalkeeper at first. We made a sharp save down to his left-hand side, just palmed it away for first corner of the game to Burnley.
Yeah, been out injured recently, Michael King. Had an ankle problem, but right back in the action this evening. Ball in, deep in there, header away just from under the bar. In the end, really good delivery from Michael King, and that's gone out for another corner. Second corner already of the night for the Clarets, but that was a quick fire delivery from Michael King, right under the crossbar, and in the end, I think it was the trialist that got it away, Rob McGeady. But we'll wait and see what happens here. This time a left wing corner, right foot in swinger. Plenty of movement in and around there. Swung in again deep. Kirievski can't win the header, and that'll go out of play off Kirievski for a throw. In fact, it was off Wilson in the end. And Oldham have got themselves a bit of relief. A throw deep inside their own half. But what a good delivery that was from Michael King from the corner.
Yeah, good. Certainly the first corner right in there, right on where you want it to be, and defender fortunately got it away for Oldham, and danger cleared.
Chase here for Fletcher, but the defender Winchester to it first. It's a good little turn from Burns, but well done Burnley to win it back down that left-hand side. Ball forward from Woods. I think Fletcher had made his run a little earlier than that. It runs through to the keeper. Easy one in the end for Athletic, and here's Winchester to clear his lines. Looking down that right-hand side, Woods again to win the header, and did well. Opportunity here for Burnley maybe to build an attack. Pass, wayward pass there, unfortunately, from McKee, but Wilson did well to keep it. Ball forward again, looking for Beadle. Beadle just got a touch on it, and that'll run out of play for an Oldham throw just inside their own half. We've played 7 minutes. Reserve fixture. All attention today, of course, on Chris McCann. He is in the squad, not starting, but we are expecting him to play some part later on in the game. It's back with McGeady for the visitors. Just uses James Tarkowski. Tarkowski taking his man on. Knowles gets it forward. Flick on from Ben Stevens. Finds Kirk Miller. He'll look to try and spread it. He'll get another chance here, but that's behind Burns, Ryan Burns, and it'll be a throw to the Clarets on that far side with Curtis Woods. Burnley not had the best of runs recently, as I mentioned earlier. The last win in this league was back in December here against Tranmere, after a real breathtaking start to the campaign. But they're on the counter-attack here with Fletcher on that far side. Knowles getting in the middle. There is support from Wilson. Ball in, looking for Wilson. Knocked behind by McGeady, who's been busy in the game so far. Already the third corner of the night, and a really good run from Wes Fletcher.
Yeah, and a good ball in there, right into the danger area, into the 6-yard box. And again, Oldham did well to clear that for the third Burnley corner in quick succession.
Yeah, down this right-hand side, so it'll be Michael King to take it. So left foot in swinger. Keeping one up here, the visitors, but King will get some ball in here. It's cleared comfortably in the end by Oldham. Chase on for their number 10, Ben Stevens. He's a trialist with the club. Touches it neatly back. Stevens might want this back again. It's Alexander in possession. Just had to stall a little. Spreads it wide for Winchester. He touches on immediately for Ryan Burns, ex-Cliftonville winger. If he can get a ball in here, corner of the box, looking to take on Woods. Does get a delivery in, but that's gone behind. It's come off the winger, so it'll be a Burnley goal kick. First time really they've looked to stretch Burnley.
Yeah, no real danger there, but yeah, they've not really had too much in the way of attacking options so far. Oldham, Burnley back four have marshalled them fairly well in the sorties they've made up front to date.
Goal kick for the Clarets. Joshua Cook to take it. Was on standby for the game at Preston. Thankfully Grant and Jensen were okay. It's an indication rated very highly. Was working hard with Craig Mawson before the game. Wes Fletcher on the chase here, but the keeper always the favourite. And Shane Routledge first to it. Cumberland schoolboy. Quite a prospect in goal, and he'll kick this out of his hands. The target's going to be Ben Stevens and Kirk Miller through the middle. Aimed towards Miller, but it's an easy header for Kurierski. Helped on here by Knowles. Never really fell for Wilson, but he's done well with it. Gets it back to Overson. Overson ball forward. Again looking for Knowles. Header one at the back by Tarkowski. Here's Kurierski again. Ball wide. Burnley looked to build through Michael King. Just got the ball trapped under his feet, but to spread it wide nicely for Woods. Back here for Lynch, and Lynch all the way back to his keeper, Josh Cook. Just 17, Josh Cook. Was at Crews Academy. Really rated very highly. Looking forward towards Fletcher. This will break for Wilson. Just struggled to get it under control. One back by Henry Stephen. Here's Alexandra. Back to McGeady. Ball forward. And Alexandra just trying to help it on. Looked like a hint of handball off Ben Stevens, but nothing given. Burnley tied it up well with Joshua Cook. Ball down the line from Woods. Will just run out of play. Michael King couldn't get there. That's a throw to Oldham Athletic. They're moving it quickly. They're fourth in the table as things stand. Clearance from their keeper Routledge towards the halfway line. Nice layoff from Ben Stevens onto Kirk Miller down that right hand side for Ryan Burns. Here's Winchester coming forward from right fullback, looking to try and get past his man. Want it back here. Burnley want it back well. It's with Michael King just inside his own half. He's got men ahead of him in Knowles and Fletcher. Nice ball for Fletcher to just run into the area to collect. Knowles is in the middle if he can find him. Ball in. Good save from the keeper. Diving to his left hand side. Couldn't afford to parry it because Dominic Knowles was coming in. But again, that's good work again from Wes Fletcher.
Yeah, he took it on there, had a shot. Might have been better crossing the ball. I don't know what his options were there. Might have been a man in the 6-yard box. They might have been better off trying to pass too. But certainly down that left-hand side, he's had some joy already, hasn't he, Wes Fletcher? Looking fairly sharp on his return from injury.
You're right, he has had an injury, been out of action for a little while. Had those loan spells, of course, last season at Grimsby, this season at Stockport, where he did well. Certainly you would have thought maybe in the last week or two he may have figured in the 18 if he'd have been fit. He's putting Winchester under pressure here, and the fullback goes all the way back to his keeper, Shane Routledge. Routledge will clear this off the deck, right-footed. Header one at the back by Lynch. Here's Beadle just to try and flick it on. Former Arsenal trainee Beadle was playing with Hampton and Richmond in the Conference South. This will go all the way back to Routledge, who again will kick this off the deck. Looking down this left hand side for Alexandra. Does win a good header there. Kurierski to the next ball. Wins the second header as well. That's good defending from Nick Kurierski. Left hand side for Alexandra. Uses McGeady. McGeady encouraged to come forward. Big ranging lad. And he's got into the Burnley box. This is a really good run from McGeady. Look to try and score, and they will score on the far side. Ryan Burns, the ball in from McGeady. And it was Ryan Burns following in on the far side on 13 minutes. Oldham against the run of play have got the lead, and it's Ryan Burns with the goal. But that was all about Rob McGeady's fantastic run into the Burnley box. Squared it. Keeper got a touch, but it fell to Ryan Burns, who volleyed home from 3 yards. And that's Burnley reserves 0, Oldham Athletic reserves 1, and a good run from McGeady.
Yeah, first real attack there of any note, and went past about 2 or 3 Burn defenders. You wonder where he's going to shoot and score himself. He tried to bring the ball across. It looked like Josh Cook got a hand to it, going out for a corner, but man there on the far post, 1-0 to Oldham.
Yeah, he followed him well. I think Cook did get a save, but followed him well. And Burnley have got some work to do here. Here's Beadle through the middle. Opportunity for him to get the ball forward for Fletcher. I think the keeper will get there. The keeper was alert, made sure he got there ahead of Wes Fletcher. The Oldham keeper's been the busier of the two, but Oldham have got the lead here, courtesy of Ryan Burns. Kick out looking for McGeady. He's a trialist with the club. Wouldn't have done himself any harm with that little run. right into the heart of the Burnley defence. Possession here for Beadle, just gets it wide for King. King will just hold on to things here, cut back inside, look to lay it forward. Touch from Beadle will fall for Woods. Woods can't find his man. Oldham have nicked it and will clear it. Just confirmed on the PA that it was Ryan Burns that got the goal. King, I think, just caught his man there as he tried to collect. Clash between the two. The referee's just stopped the action, so the Oldham player can get a little bit of treatment. And he's limping as we speak. Ball forward again for Oldham. And there's the scorer, Burns, to collect it. It's Kurt Miller that picked up the injury. Looks like he's going to be okay. Another throw to Oldham on the halfway line as we approach the quarter-hour mark. Burns again touching it onto Winchester down that right-hand side for Oldham. Good challenge though, coming in from Woods. Concedes the throw. And Burnley just got a little bit of defending to do here. It'll have been a bit of a shock, I think, that the Clarets have gone behind, Dave.
Yeah, certainly. Before that, Burnley had the better of the play in the first 10 minutes or so it would certainly been a surprise to concede to Oldham on the first real attack of the game.
Great run from McGeady. He's got to take credit for the goal. Credit to Burns as well for following in. Hit it home on the half volley. So Burnley reserves trailing here by a goal to 0. All eyes, of course, tonight on Chris McCann, who's on the bench, set to play some part later on in the game. Been out, 18 months. Had a couple of games, Reading in the Cup and Bolton away, but came off, of course, in that game against Bolton January of last year. And everybody really hoping Chris McCann well. Better news of Jack Cork this afternoon as well. He's been released from hospital, pending 1 or 2 more tests. And as soon as we get more news, that'll be on the website. Ball forward here from Overson. McKee did well to reach it, but couldn't keep possession. And Oldham will break, but Krierski in strongly to win the challenge. Did well. Poor touch though from Beadle. Just allows a clearance from Matt D. Carr. And Lynch will get it back to Joshua Cook. Puts his foot through it towards the halfway line. King with a flick on. Header one at the back. Again by Matt D. Carr. And a ball forward here for Miller to chase. Good cover though from Lynch. Lynch will clear it left-footed. He's found Fletcher. Fletcher just trying to help it on to Michael King. King got blocked off. The referee gives the free kick. Free kick to the Clarets. 10 yards inside the Oldham Athletic half. That goal from Ryan Burns separating the sides. Here's Beadle. Just helps it on. Can't get the return pass from Fletcher. And Oldham will look to counter-attack again. But here's Joe McKee to win it back. Nice little turn from McKee. Gets it forward towards Fletcher. Can't keep possession. Easy clearance for Winchester. And that'll be a Burnley throw in their own half. Across comes Dean Overson to take it. It's a different side, isn't it, to what Burnley were putting out early in the season. We mentioned all the players that are out on loan, and that's good experience.
Yeah, it is. I mean, there's probably no substitute for players getting experience even in the lower leagues, playing first team football as opposed to reserve team football. And obviously, the Burnley staff have decided that that's what winning reserve leagues at the end of the day isn't the most important thing. It's players' development, and some players will benefit from this, and other players will benefit from being out on loan in Scotland or lower leagues or wherever it may be.
That's a fair answer, and certainly it'll develop the players in turn. Header one here by Lynch, and it's a touch back here from Burns to Winchester. Winchester trying to get down the line, but Kirk Miller was just offside. And already Miller and Stevens up front are causing Burnley 1 or 2 problems, but Miller definitely offside there.
Yeah, I mean, the linesman was quite close to that and saw that straight away and flagged for it, but it was definitely certainly a yard or 2 offside. But they've certainly had they look to have some movement up front, but perhaps not getting the ball through other than the run they had for the goal.
Fletcher can't win that header. Winchester to it first. This is headed back by Tarkowski to his keeper, and an easy one for Routledge to pick up. And he'll kick this out of his hands. Routledge, we've played 18.5 minutes. Oldham have got the lead here in this Talksport.com reserve fixture at Turf Moor. Header one by Krierski. And here's McGeady. Created that goal with the throw. Finds Henry Stephen. Ball inside. And Stephen will battle hard to keep it. but he's under pressure. He's done well. Turned away from two. Henry Stephen gets it forward for Alexandra. Alexandra will help this on for Miller. Burns is available right hand side. Miller fancies a shot here. It's a great block from Lynch, but Miller's picked the ball up again from the ricochet. Puts the ball in. Header one, but well wide of the target. It was Ben Stevens with the header. Easy one for Joshua Cook to watch just go by the post. But at times Oldham have been quite lively.
Yeah, another good opportunity for them. Again, a reasonably free header, but well wide in the end and no real danger for Josh Cook. Just watch it go wide of his left-hand post.
Just to recap on the Burnley side, Chris McCann on the bench. We are expecting him to play a part later on in the game. Cook in goal for Burnley with the kick. Joshua Cook looking down this right-hand side for Ross Wilson. Little break here for Miller. Header won by Lynch. Just got there, Chris Lynch. Helped on by McKee. Is Fletcher battling hard with the defender. It will break here for Burnley with Wilson down this right-hand side. Dominic Knowles wants it back. Knowles doing well, but just going to lose out. Gets it back to Overson in the end. Overson wants more for Knowles. Clipped forward by McKee. Header one at the back. Again by Oldham. And McKee will pick up more ball here, but given away. A little bit sloppy. Abalimba to try and spread it. Ball forward here now for Knowles. Gets it wide for King. King looking to get a ball in. Hits the defender. That'll be a throw to Burnley on that far side. Almost level with the Oldham penalty area. Michael King finding his range again. Had that spell out injured. Played really well early on the season. Got on against Morecambe in the Carling Cup alongside West Fletcher. It's a throw to the Clarets. Way on that far side. 10 yards from the byline. Will come in here from King, will it? Might have been a hint of offside, but a ball in. Easily taken by the keeper. Easy one indeed for Routledge. And he'll look to try and instigate another attack. Burnley at the minute, not just getting behind the Oldham defence.
Yeah, we think they need to be a little bit slicker up front and really get that ball into the dangerous areas. They've not really done that, other than perhaps from the first corner that Burnley had, where the ball delivered in a real danger area, and Oldham cleared the ball away in the end.
If we got the keeper here, Routledge with the clearance, looking down this left-hand side for Alexandra. McGeady with the ball forward. Miller with a flick on. Kadierski got a touch on it, but away comes Ben Stevens. He's impressing. He's another trialist on show. Burns down that right-hand side. The scorer. Oldham leading here by a goal to nil. Looking to take on Woods. Just get a cross in. Header away by Lynch. It's a good header. And that'll be a throw to Oldham. Just almost level with the Burnley penalty area. Preston the top of this division. But a win here for Burnley tonight would get them back to the top. But at the minute, Oldham have got the advantage by a goal to nil. Abalimba through the middle. Just helps it on to McGeady. McGeady will get this ball forward. Left-footed, swings it in. Easy one for Joshua Cook. 10-12 yards from goal. Collected by the keeper. Burnley just look to try and build an attack here. Halfway through the first half, that goal from Ryan Burns separating the sides. Cook will look to get this forward. Right-footed, looking through the middle. But it'll be Wilson that jumps with McGeady. McGeady wins the header. Alexandra just gets it back to McGeady once more. Cut out again, but Alexandra will pick up the loose ball. Abalimba on nicely here. Playing some good football, Oldham, since they took the lead. Alexandra will help this on to Abalimba. Abalimba just almost checked by Wilson. Helps it on again. Alexandra with a shot into the hands of Cook, who very nearly let it squirm away. Got there second time of asking. Got his body behind it just about and dealt with it. It was speculative from Alexandra, and Burnley at the minute are not in control of the game because it's Oldham the better side.
Yeah, another speculative long-range shot there. I mean, the Josh Cook just managed to cling onto it in the end when he'd lost his grip. It hadn't. I thought first of all it might have bounced just in front of him. It didn't. It carried to the full and just managed to stop it going in. But another chance for Oldham and an injury for the trialist. He looks to be in trouble down there, McGeady.
Yeah, it was a challenge from Wilson, who slid in. Pat on the back from Wilson. It was a foul, no doubt about it. And the referee's going to have a word with Ross Wilson, lad from Cross Hills. And it's a strong word from Mr. Harwood. Thankfully McGeady's back to his feet, but not putting any pressure on his right foot at the minute. But improving, I think, by the second. It'll be a free kick to Oldham. Alexandra down this left-hand side will swing it in right-footed. It's a great delivery. Good header in the end by the Burnley defender. Kadierski just got a touch on it. It's come off him, so it'll be Oldham's first corner of the evening. And it's a good job Kirievski got there, I think.
Yeah, just managed to skim the ball over because there was Matt Carr for Oldham was right behind him there. If he hadn't got a touch on that, that would have been a free header and probably a second goal for Oldham.
Corner to the visitors. It's going to be Ryan Burns with it, right-footed. Got some distance on it. Cook's coming to collect. It's a good catch from Joshua Cook. 8 yards, 9 yards from goal. Keeper did well. And he'll kick it out of his hands. Just over 20 minutes left to play in this first half. Burnley 0, Oldham Athletic 1. Reserve fixture, the talksport.com West Division. Chase here through the middle for Knowles, but it'll go through to the keeper. Routledge, comfortable one for him. Rolls it out for Winchester. Winchester, long ball forward. It's a chase for Kirk Miller. And he'll get there. Done well there, the forward. Irish lad just retrieves it by the corner flag. Wins himself a throw. Settled well into the game, Oldham, after a shaky first 10 minutes, quarter of an hour. And it'll be Winchester to come across and take the throw. 10 yards from the Burnley byline. Carl Winchester with the throw. Ryan Burns just bobbing around to try and give him some support. Burns will keep possession. Kicked out of play by the Clarets. Another throw for Oldham. Here's Stephen. Shielding the ball well. He's got Belimba just for company. Uses him. Down that right hand side again with Winchester. Oldham playing the better football just now. And here's McGeady getting down this left hand side. Can he deliver a cross? Good challenge from Overson. In strong, but it will be a corner. Dean Overson made sure he got there. Won the ball cleanly. Concedes the corner. And it'll be Alexandra to take it. Right hand side, right foot in swinger. Let's see what he can deliver here. Right foot in swinger. Burnley have kept one up, but it's swung in. It's a good delivery. There was a header from McGeady, well wide of the target. He rose the highest, but couldn't get it between the frame. Well wide of the target. And it'll be a goal kick for the Clarets. Just at the minute, it's all Oldham, and Burnley are struggling a little. Yeah,
certainly after a bright start, Burnley probably had the best of the first 10 minutes, but since then, Oldham have really got on top and had the better of the chance, including obviously the goal to put them one up.
Here's Cook to take the goal kick. Right footed. Target's going to be Dominic Knowles. Header won though by Tarkowski. Good comfortable header from him. And Burnley will have themselves a throw. And it'll be Dean Overson to take it. Stoke born. Hambledon schoolboy. Throw header won by McGeady though. He's had a good start to his trial spell. They'll still have to go back to the keeper, I think. Under pressure here. Tarkowski has to knock it out of play in the end. Had to do the sensible thing. Has played for the first team, James Tarkowski. And just had to get rid there under pressure from Dominic Knowles. Throw to Burnley. Dean Overson across to take it. 10 yards from the byline. Still keeping one up here, Oldham. Aim towards Wilson, trying to turn his man. Can't get away, and that'll be a goal kick. And just at the minute, Burnley are not even enjoy down the wings.
Yeah, I think they've perhaps realised that Michael King and Wes Fletcher are dangers for Burnley, and perhaps marking them a little bit tighter and not really giving them the space that they had in the first part of the game. That's probably good credit to Oldham that they've recognised that early on and done something about it.
Here's Routledge with the goal kick. Kirievski's won some good headers already. Wins that one. And wins a second one as well. A bit of head tennis between him and Carr, and he wins another one. But Carr couldn't just quite reach it. Might just break for Michael King here. Strong challenge from Winchester, wins the ball. Might break for Curtis Woods. Needs support, gets it inside from McKee. Nice turn from McKee. Helps the ball down that left-hand side, but it's cut out well by Winchester. Winchester ball forward. Well in Lynch, and he wins the ball. And Lynch will have a look up here. He's looking for the ball over the top, but Knowles would have been offside. Ran through to Routledge. Anyway, and Burnley at the minute not creating a great deal. Just one win in the last 5, remembering the reserves. A lot of players out on loan. We must emphasise that, of course. Top scorer Alex McDonald is away at Inverness. Chance here for Miller on the shot, on the half volley. Was always going over beyond Josh Cook. But it's a good little bit of skill from the Irishman. The ball fell off a Burnley head, and Woods just got a touch on, and then Miller had a shot first time on the half volley. Well over, but good skill.
Yeah, turned well and had a shot on goal. I don't think there's any real danger for Josh Cook. He kind of watched that over, but yeah, again, another good move from Oldham, and certainly creating the best of the chances now.
Yeah, you can see why they're fifth in the division. Burnley second behind Preston. You can see why, because they've certainly performed well in the first half hour. Michael King on the chase there, couldn't get there. The last touch was a Burnley touch, so throw to Oldham on the far side with Winchester. Flick on here towards Stephen. He can't get a touch on Henry Stephen. Cross comes Lynch to win it. Finds Overson. Overson will get this forward. Chase for Dominic Knowles, but an easy one for the keeper. And Knowles and Fletcher starting to get a little frustrated with the service, I think.
Yeah, I think that's been the problem for Burnley, really, not getting the service to King and Fletcher. Well, other than what we saw in the first 10 minutes of the game. Since then, it's kind of dried up. Burnley really need to try and get the ball down the wings and try and make a bit more of it.
Just struggling a touch at the minute. Abelimba gets it forward. Alessandra. Here's Henry Stephen. Left-hand side for McGeady. Played a big part in the goal. Back again once more here to Stephen. On to Alexandra. Alexandra lost out here. This is better from Burnley. And Michael King will instigate an attack from that interception. Helps it on towards Fletcher. Fletcher trying to get away from his man. Chance here for Knowles, perhaps. It just wouldn't fall for him. Defender in the end. Won the day. Just got a touch on it. Tarkowski. There's an offside flag here against Ben Stevens. But typical of Burnley, they just never sat up for either Knowles or Fletcher in there.
Yeah, it just wouldn't fall inside the box. It's a good move from Burnley, got the ball in there, and another good move down the wing.
Keep this in with Woods. Can he get a cross in? Just having to transfer it onto his right foot. Just get a good ball in. Chance here for Knowles. Save from the keeper, but the rebound's in. And there's Wes Fletcher back amongst the goals. Simple finish from 5 yards. Burnley a level, and it's Wes Fletcher with the goal. His 6th goal of the season for the reserves. And a simple finish in the end, after Knowles' first effort was blocked, and a great finish from Wes Fletcher. It's all square here. Burnley reserves 1, Oldham Athletic reserves 1, and a simple finish in the end for Wes Fletcher.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the keeper Routledge for Oldham did well there with the shot from Dominic Knowles straight at him, and but the ball fell very kindly there for Wes Fletcher, not too far out, and was able to bury it and make it 1-1, which perhaps flatters Burnley slightly. The fact that Oldham have had so much of the possession and all the chances, other than the first 5 or 10 minutes. Burnley can perhaps consider themselves fortunate to be back in the game at 1-1.
Yeah, struggled a little since Oldham scored. Maybe their first clear-cut chance of the game. But King played a part, and he's just released Fletcher again. Fletcher edge of the box. King wants it back. Fletcher just couldn't find a spot to play it to him. And that's a poor pass in the end, unfortunately, from Fletcher. Easy one for Henry Stephen to come away with. Big ranging trialist, but runs into trouble. Fletcher will get it back here, and he's on the rampage through the middle again. Has a shot, well blocked by Tarkowski, and Burnley all of a sudden have found new impetus as they battle to get a grip of the game. It's 1-1 here. Kurierski just squares it for Lynch, on in turn for left back Curtis Woods, just playing on his wrong side, Woods, but he did play a big part in the goal with that run. It's a clearance in the end from Tarkowski.